everybody! Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to cook together. This is what I'm making for dinner. And that is my pasta with broccolini, beans, and tomatoes. And I'm going to finish it up with fresh basil. It's wonderful because it's a whole dinner in one. And it's filling, it's delicious, it's festive, and I think you're gonna love it. Not to worry if you can find me right away live, because I'm gonna keep this, of course, and you can stream it later. And I'd love for you to cook with me. This is what I do. At about this time, 5:30 p.m., I start cooking, and today is no different from any other day. So let me get started. Now, I should mention that I make it today. I'm going to make it with broccolini. I've made it with leeks or mushrooms or spinach. But basically, it's always the same idea. Is I'm going to use a bunch of cherry tomatoes with a good olive oil and great garlic. And I'm going to saute it. I don't even need to parboil these. They're going to cook with the tomatoes. And they're going to give it that wonderful, wonderful taste. So let me get started because I need to cook over here. Olive oil, of course, the Mediterranean way, extra virgin olive oil. I am going to put, I think, this is basically all the fat that there is in there. And it's good, healthy fat olive oil. So I'm putting, what you saw there is like 2 tablespoons. You could put a little bit more, that's okay. I'm gonna finish it and drizzle it with a little olive oil at the end. So anyway, 2 tablespoons. Let me start. There we go. And I'm gonna let the oil get a little hot. And I'm gonna start cutting my broccolini. Again, I rinsed it already, and I'm going to take some of the leaves on the bottom, and I'm just going to cut the bottom. Let me just get rid of these elastics here. And you will see that, when I cook every night, basically, not every night, sometimes we go out once a week or sometimes even twice a week, but it's so easy to cook, to do something. When you have the right ingredients at home, it's nothing. I mean, you are gonna see it for yourself. It always looks like I'm fussing, but I'm not. So, let me cut the hard parts here out of the way. I'm gonna cut them. Yeah, can you see? Yeah. And here. Oh, nice and tender, I love this. And here. There, the oil is starting to heat up, so I want to get started. I cut it in 3. Sorry about my hair; it's coming into my face. But this is no joke. This is me cooking at home. You just happen to be joining me, and I love it. It's. I think it's encouraging to know that there are things you can do that your whole family will love, and that you can even have for guests. And then you do it the last minute when you come home after a long day. You don't want to fuss. Here it is. Anyway, 2 cloves garlic. I'm going to start with 1. You notice I didn't put them on right away because I don't want the garlic to burn. Sometimes you like burnt garlic because it is special flavor, but not here. By the way, I started boiling my water over there for my pasta. And what I like you to notice, can you see? Yeah. Is that I love to use barilla, whole wheat, whole grain. You don't have to, but I like the fiber, as you know. And I'm not going to use this whole packet. I am not, because you want there's going to be enough pasta in there, and you want the pasta to dress up all the vegetables, not the vegetables to dress up the pasta. In other words, the pasta is very much there, but it's not the star of the show. It's the vegetables that are. So, for that, I'm going to take a little over half of this, but not the whole thing. Really, not the whole thing. Let's see. You see. So, yeah. I mean, while this is Oops, sorry, I didn't show you. Yeah. While this is getting ready, I have to keep track of it because I want it to be al dente, right? I don't want it to be mushy. But this goes so fast that I needed to get the pasta ready. So anyway, I'm back to my garlic. There's garlic in there. I'm gonna put 3 cloves. And let me turn this down a little bit. Yeah. Because you don't want this to go too quickly. That's the problem. It goes too quickly. And you don't want it to burn. So you notice I didn't rush to put my garlic. You don't want to do that right away again. You don't want it burnt. You want it to give it that beautiful flavor. Once this starts to cook, you throw in the garlic. And I like to put 3 cloves of garlic. So this is my 3rd one. Okay. Oh, and it's starting. You see that beautiful color already of the broccolini? And now I'm going to throw in 2 good pints of cherry tomatoes. You could put regular tomatoes as well. About, I don't know. You kind of see it. You kind of eye it. And you put all that in there. And let it cook. Look at these colors already. So what's going to happen here is that the tomatoes are going to cook and they're going to start to burst and give their beautiful sweet juices to the rest of the dish. That is the secret behind this recipe. Let me put a little lid to make things a little faster for you. In a minute, I'm going to add a little salt and pepper, but not yet, because I want to make sure that the tomatoes are starting to burst and that it's creating that kind of wonderful sauce. And I haven't yet put my cannellini. Now notice there's vegetables in there. There's going to be whole grain from the whole grain pasta, and there is a protein, plant-based protein from the beans. That's why this is a dish all in one. So tonight, this is what I'm making. I'll always have a little salad, greens with oil and vinegar, and I always have my oil and vinegar ready right here. Throw it on there. No need to worry about a real dressing. This is a real dressing. And what else? And good bread, a little glass of red wine, Chianti, and we're done. We're done. So let me make sure that these are not mushy. They're not quite ready. No, not quite. It's such a pleasure to the eyes, isn't it? And it smells so good already in here. But I want you to see it when the tomatoes start to burst, because I'm even going to force them to burst a little bit more so that they give out their juice. It's still a little too early for that, but eventually I'm going to just easily be able to, see, they're still too hard. Not yet, but that's okay because the broccolini cannot be hard. It needs to be cooked. So the time that it will take for the tomatoes to get soft, it will be perfect. At this point, I can put my cannellini beans in there because then as soon as the tomatoes give out their juices, they're going to also coat the cannellini beans. La pasta! If you think I'm doing all this because you're here, I mean, I don't talk to myself when I'm in my kitchen, but basically, I'm dancing, I am kind of clapping hands just because I just love it. And we're almost done with my whole dinner here. Not quite, but I'm I'm gonna put a little salt. And a little pepper. Let me cover it a little bit more because I want it to, normally I'm not in a rush, it's 20 till 6. I'll be done in 5 minutes, but in case you guys want to see it before then, I'm just kind of rushing it along. But let me make sure that my pasta is ready to go. Let's see. Yeah, it is. If you guys have questions, I think I could see them. So feel free to ask me. And if you don't think of the questions right now, you can always ask me later in the comments when I'll be streaming it. I will record this. So I'm going to, actually, I want to save a little bit of the water from the pasta. Can you see it? No, not yet. Can you see it? Yeah, I'm going to save a little bit of water from the pasta that with a little starch in it and put it in here. A little bit. Like 2 ladles full. And I am going to strain the pasta. Ah, I know, that's what happened. I had turned off. I turned this one off. But anyway, no worries. I'm gonna put that, if you want to see me do it. I don't know that it's that exciting, but I can show you. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay, so the pasta is ready. It's okay if the dish is not yet ready. It'll be ready in a few minutes, and I'm going to put the pasta in there, and I will serve it as one. I don't, that's how it's going to be. So you have to bear with me because I had forgotten to, I actually accidentally turned off the stove, so that's why they're not completely burst yet. But I'm starting to see evidence of bursting. Let's see. Now you start to see. So mash some of the tomatoes. You don't have to mash them all, because if they stay when you serve it, by the time you serve it, they will all have wilted in a beautiful way. But I like to make sure, whoop, did you see that? That the sauce is there and that it has a chance to simmer a little bit and to give the broccolini that wonderful, wonderful taste, and the beans. Okay. I'm going to do a close-up to show you already. One thing I do love to add at this point, you don't have to, but I do, I love to add, is a little bit of white wine. Because it gives it that little acidity that I love. Let me make this a little closer up for you. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Add a little white wine. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. If you don't have any, you don't have to. Whatever wine we had left over in the refrigerator, I'm going to put, what? Let me just make this. Yeah, just, let's see, a little bit. I don't know, 2 tablespoons. Can you already see this sauce? It's gonna coat the pasta. Let me make sure and burst the tomatoes. Hey, Tajin! Tajin is back from her hike. Tajin is back from her hike. Hi, sweetie. Let's see if you can see my Tajin. Tajin, Tajin. There is Tajin. And Yona and Barley. I don't know where Yona is. I know. Let me finish. I'm almost done. Okay. So, let me taste it. Let me see if you can correct any seasoning. Oh, look at this beautiful sauce. Oh my God. Yeah. It's good, but it needs a little bit more salt. And a little bit of pepper. Remember, I'm going to also put some fresh basil at the very end. So now, I'm going to turn this off. And I am going to put the pasta in here so that it will coat with that beautiful, beautiful sauce. There we go. Hi, sweetie. I'm almost done live here. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Doesn't it smell so good?
It smells amazing.
Yes, and I am now going to let this cool a little bit. You see how that's plenty of pasta in here? You don't want any more than that. So I didn't use the whole package. This is plenty. And now I am going to chop some fresh basil. And from beginning to end, I'm talking even the pasta, it took less than 20 minutes. She gave me a kiss. I don't think they saw my Natalia is home. So a little fresh basil. Hi, sweetie.
You're no longer on hold, so that's progress.
I'm live.
Oh, you're live right now?
I'm live.
Oh, I bet you were on hold on the phone. Okay.
No, right, I got through. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to throw the basil on there. And that's it. Look at that. It is a beautiful, beautiful dish that we're going to have tonight. Again, yay, right, everybody? And look at that. I think it serves, 4 people, maybe more. And if it's if you're so lucky to have leftovers the next day, eat it cold. Eat it cold as a pasta salad. It's delicious. Oh my God! I want you to see what I mean with that beautiful, beautiful sauce. You see? And then when it cools down, it even makes it a little thicker. It really is delicious. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you make this in your own kitchen. And there you go. A whole dinner done. 20 minutes. Bon appétit.